Hi, hello, I'm a random person on the internet who loves caffeine so much that I made my whole branding for my art account. So while you're here, maybe you'd consider sticking around and watch me do some art. While I talk about the upcoming game for FNAF, Secret of the Mimic. With the new Secret of the Mimic trailer coming out at this PlayStation State of Play, I was first a tad skeptical. It felt less like a FNAF game. I watched it over and over again trying to figure out why. And I came up with the reason being the characters shown. FNAF characters are typically a crew of a bunny, bear, chicken, and a fox. Sometimes they branch out of this, but they at least keep a few of the original crew. Instead, it's a mishmash of random animals, only a bear sort of guy at the start that might not even be one. Originally, I thought maybe it's showing us the origins of Freddy's, when originally they didn't have these characters. And instead, before Fredbear and Spring Bonnie, they had these guys? But if we're collecting the Mimic for what seems to be just before security breach, then why isn't there a single one of those original animal characters that we are used to? Not a single one? And then I had an idea, a thought, which changed my entire view on the trailer. Instead, it got me really excited for this new game. As much as everyone is tired of hearing this, I think I've sold The Secret of the Mimic before it has come out. At the start of the trailer, we see a bunch of animals cluttered together. Random suits, boxes, and even some merchandise of all the animatronics shown. But aren't they all very randomly chosen? These animals? We see a couple of dog characters, a bee, sheep, and some sort of bird. Why? Well, I think it's because this facility, as well as being where Edwin worked, was also a storage unit for these animatronics that didn't make the cut. Scrapped ideas and designs, waiting for the slim chance to be one day reused, if not just used for parts. And when we look at the rest of the trailer through these lenses, it all makes sense. Now, I will glance over a few things, mainly if it's to do with the actual gameplay. Starting with the office, we see mainly because it's just an office. Next, we are shown a lineup of different costumes, mainly to show how many different shapes the Mimic can form for this upcoming game. Then we get a shot of the Tiger Rock costume. Also note, a lot of these characters and costumes are actually from the Pizzaplex books. So, not all of them are completely random, but it is still quite rather odd that we are shown such different animals compared to what we normally see in the 5 Nights at Freddy's game. We get some more shots of Jackie, and then the Mimic inside an elephant costume. Actually, we also see some cool stuff when we see the shot of the Mimic. On the side of the wall, we see 3 posters, 2 being of Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. And the first poster, well, even when brightening it, I couldn't find out what it was, although it did have a phone number, so I think personally it's most likely to be a number for Fredbear Family Diner. It would make more sense if they're all linked to Fredbear's. We also get another shot of Jackie and shots of gameplay. Then 54 seconds in, things start to get interesting. We see an animatronic telling us to get back to work, wearing a security unit. I think that this was the original design for the staff bots we see in Security Breach. After all, they look so similar. Just the one we see in the trailer is more old and less modern. Maybe this was the prototype for the staff bots and repurposed for Secret of the Mimic. Another reasoning behind this warehouse being filled of scrapped animatronics and characters. We see a monitor, and who's on it? Helpy. Well, it's not Helpy, but instead, his name is Helper, who seems to have originated here until becoming a bigger face for Fazbear, as well as a face for the Mimic later on, with the only difference being a slight name change. We also get a shot of a nurse-like character named Dolly, whose design looks a little too much like she would fit in with the other sister location animatronics. All the faceplates look so much alike, and just the overall build. The only thing being different is the hands, while being resembling a doll, and the colors. So maybe Dolly was supposed to be part of the sister location gang when the color scheme was just slightly different, only to be scrapped. Now, the next shot I find really interesting. Like, the player character throws a mouse in a different room in the warehouse, where we see some, once again, new characters, but more interesting, we see a pig character, possibly what Pig Patch used to look like, or maybe VIP was originally a mascot character. As well, we do also see a cardboard cutout of a gator character, and gosh golly, doesn't that look so gosh darn similar to Monty? Maybe this was Monty's origins. Maybe he was a character to be scrapped, and then maybe later on they changed the design a little bit and repurposed it for security breach. Then this all ends with a huge Music Man animatronic. That is the main thing where I went, damn, that looks too similar to DJ Music Man in Security Breach. Size 2? Isn't it all just a tad too odd? Doesn't he just look too similar? I think it's obvious that he was the original Music Man character repurposed for the Pizzaplex. I mean, if you really think about it, Fazbear Entertainment has been using this idea of repurposing what's old many times before. For example, originally the withered animatronics were going to be the new face. The only thing that stopped them was the smell of dead children. Fazbear Entertainment has been cutting costs since the start, and I think that this is another example of such. I mean, why pay for more parts and characters when you could just store all of the old and scrapped designs in one place to later be reused? But what do you think? Now, I've written down different rants about the animatronic. So you can see this beat sort of animatronic, and oh my god, I thought Dolly was going to be one of my favorite new animatronics to come out of this trailer until I was researching, like, watching the trailer over and over again. Oh my god, I love this bee animatronic so much. I really hope they're not sitting on this shelf. I really hope they're not sitting on this shelf the whole entire time of the game, but even if they are, oh my god, they are so gosh darn cute. Oh my god. So I think that's my favorite character coming out of this. But yeah, goodbye, have a nice day. I'm going to watch a bunch of the Secret of the Mimic theories now since I've kept away from them for this video.